and welcome to Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today I'm doing a fun video hop with Craftycritta and Kendra's card challenges. So everyone on the hop will be doing some foiling with some Craftycritta products, and there'll be different types of foiling as you hop through. So I'm going to be doing some hop foiling, and we're going to be using one of the card sketches from Kendra's Card Challenge 16 to do that with. So let me show you the products that Craftycritta sent. So we're not going to use all of these today, but you'll definitely see them on coming videos. So I've got quite a lot of hot foils to show you. So there's this rich gold, which is a really nice level of gold, and I quite like this because it's a little wider than your average roll of hot foil. So if I put this up against the BetterPress plate, you can see that I would be able to cover this sideways with the foil, whereas normally I would have to go lengthways. So you're actually kind of using less length of your foil that way. And we're going to be using this one today, but I really wanted to show you the other ones that they sent as well, because there's some really beautiful colours in there. So we've got this clear pearl one, so that just leaves a pearlescent shine pattern on your cards when you hot foil it. We've got this gorgeous cobalt, which is called Deep Sea. Then we've got this beautiful royal purple, and then we've got this jelly bean sparkle, which is really fun. It's kind of a multicoloured one with a holographic sheen to it as well. I'm actually going to roll that out a little because I don't think you can see it as well on screen. But it has got a gorgeous holographic look to it as well. And Craftycritta specialises in foil, so you can find loads of other colours of hot foil and of toner foil on their website. And then they've got this DIY foiling hot and toner paper, so you can use it for hot foiling and toner foiling, and that's 250 GSM, and it comes in this cardboard box, which is nice because it means the edges aren't bent. And we're going to have a try of this. This is so smooth, it's almost kind of feels a little bit plasticky, it's that smooth. So I'd imagine that that's why it's so good for foiling on. And then I want to show you a couple of other things that they sent me that we won't be using today, but you'll see on future videos. So we've got this stamping and blending paper, which is again is a really nice smooth cardstock, and that again is 250 GSM. And then also, if you like your toner foils, they also do these colour toner sheets. So what I would use these for is, you know, when you've done your foiling and you're left over with kind of the reverse foil, then you could put them on these sheets and have the colour show through. So we've got white here, and then we've also got gold. We've got this one that's got different types of rainbow on it, and then we've also got the black. So I think that those are really fun. So today I'm going to use this Cosmos Backdrop BetterPress plate from Spellbinders, because don't forget you can hot foil your press plates as well as your hot foil plates. So I'm going to have a little play, and the first thing that I'm going to do is to hot foil this onto some of this lovely foiling paper. So as I said, I'm going to use some of this rich gold. So I'm going to lay that on there. I've just cut down that piece of the foil paper, and then I'm going to tape it on. And then I'm going to put that plate first onto my foiling machine, and then I'm going to press the timer. So once that stops flashing, I'll pop it through my die cutting machine. So now I'm putting on my plates, and I'm going to pop that through my die cutting machine. So then I'll pop that back on there, and let's have a look what we've got. So that has beautifully transferred. And then we've got this beautiful piece of foil left. So I'm going to grab a piece of navy cardstock, and I'm going to use this Essential Glimmer Solid Rectangle plate from Spellbinders, and I'm going to use that to transfer this foil. So I'm going to cut this off here, and we can use this bit for something else. And then I'm going to tape this onto my navy cardstock, and then I'll hot foil this. And I will say that with the flat plates, I tend to leave it slightly longer than the timer time, And then I also put in an extra cardstock shim as I put it through the die cutting machine, just to make sure you get a really nice transfer. So let's see what we've got on here. And we've now got a really nice foiled pattern on there. It's kind of difficult to see on screen because it's really shiny, but it's really beautiful. Then I've cut this white piece down because we're going to create this sketch here, which is sketch 14, and this layer is 3¼ by 4½ inches. So I've cut that down to that size, and I'm going to use my Mystic Garden set of alcohol markers from Altenew. And now this paper doesn't say anything to do with markers or anything like that, so I'm testing this out, but it doesn't claim to be kind of marker paper as such. Because the paper is so smooth, it actually works a bit like if you've used alcohol markers on like vellum or something before, where you feel like you can almost like push the ink around on the paper. So it's definitely not the kind of effect that you would get normally with markers, but it's really nice and smooth, and I bet you could get some fun effects if you were doing like inky techniques as well. So I'm going to go back in with the lightest colour and just kind of pull some of that colour out. And because it's such a smooth surface, there is more room for kind of pulling colours into each other after they're on the paper. So then I'm going to go in with the greens, and while I'm just finishing up this colouring, let me just tell you a few things about today's hop and Kendra's card challenge. So there's a prize for today's hop, so it's a digital prize from Kendra. So if you'd like to be in with a chance of winning that, then you can fill out the form that's in the description below, and you can fill that out at every stop on the hop. So each time you fill it out, you'll get another chance to win. And then also, Craftycritta is a super sponsor. So if you would like to be in with a chance of winning a Craftycritta gift card, then join in with Kendra's card challenge. So Kendra's card challenge, for those who aren't familiar, is a quarterly challenge that happens every 3 months, and Kendra creates a really comprehensive document that shows you how to cut up 6 pieces of pattern paper and then the layouts to turn them into 15 cards. So you can find all the details for that below, and if you want to play along, then you can upload a picture of your cards to the Kendra's Card Challenge Facebook group, and that will put you in with a chance of winning one of over $1,000 worth of prizes, one of which is the Craftycritta gift card. So that's a really fun way of using up some of your pattern paper stash, and also being in with a chance of winning something to add to your stash as well. So that looks really pretty now, you can see the shine on that. So then on our card sketch, we've got a piece of paper which we cut down here. Then we've got a 4¾ by 3½ inch layer which I've used in the gold, and then our card blank. And then you can see we've got this any shape thing here. I'm not going to use this string, I'm going to use my sentiment as that shape. So let's put that together. So I've actually foiled the sentiment in the same gold foil on some navy cardstock. And then I'm just going to use some foam to pop this up. And then we've got that really pretty, beautifully foiled card. So then I thought we'd do a second card with our reverse foiling. So we're going to do a simplified version of this one here. So I've got my navy card base. Then rather than doing a layer here, I've done 2 layers around the square. So I've got my 2¾ inch square. Then I've cut a navy piece that's just really slightly bigger than it, and then a gold piece that's 1/4 inch bigger than the navy piece. And then rather than using this big strip here, I've decided to go for just the foiled sentiment at the bottom, so it's kind of doing that job. So I'm going to layer up these pieces. And then I'm going to add foam pads behind both this and the thanks. So then there's that beautiful shiny card. So then there are our 2 cards for today, and they're kind of a 2-for because we've used the normal foiling and the reverse foiling from the same image to get 2 different looks. Don't forget to hop along to see everyone else's inspiration. The link to the full playlist is in the description below, and let me know in the comments which is your favourite card. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's cards. If you did, I'd appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new video available. All of the products that I've used for today's cards are listed in the description below, and there's also a link there to my blog where you can find a picture supply list if that helps you find what you're looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.